Foggy versus WFZ again in the lower bracket final. Who is making it out of Group C in second place after Happy? We had to say goodbye to Colorful already. WFZ there was showing an interesting style. Foggy himself earlier in the first match between against WFZ had his own certain style as well, for which WFZ didn't seem to be ready. So I wonder, are we gonna be reaching into the bag of tricks here once again? I'm kind of expecting that. But let's jump in to see what these players have in store for us. Our first map is gonna be Echo Isles. Now it's correct. Yes. WFZ on the left. Playing a ghoul build. Not the happy build, which is quite fashionable nowadays. And Foggy going for the safe green camp to begin with. Is it going to be Demon or Keeper? That's the question here. Keeper it is. I would have certainly thought that Foggy would be playing Keeper all the way through today against all the undeads. By the way, this is actually our 5th Undead versus Night Elf in a row. Which I don't mind. I enjoy this matchup quite a bit. So Foggy will most likely be looking towards the early expansion here, and then win with the masses. WFZ tried it with a counter expansion. I wonder if he is gonna skip this time, or he's gonna attempt it again, feeling that he can make it work if he just plays it a little better. The 2 hero losses here is what threw WFZ back heavily when he played earlier on this map against Foggy. DK starting off with Harass, just like it was earlier. Foggy went for really early Huntresses in their game earlier. Hunts into Dryads. Slight misclick there by Foggy, only getting 1 Treant from the Force of Nature. That is a little bit painful. But the DK is pretty late to arrive over here.
A town is under siege.
Foggy wants to take out some wisps. And with a coil that should be certainly doable. Well, Foggy having to juggle. He needs 1 skeleton for the level up. And with Entangle, everything here becomes a lot easier. Summoning more Treants just against the skeletons. Okay, this is once again gonna cost Foggy a lot of moon juice. Foggy is a Night Elf who very liberally uses his moon juice.
The player's forces are under attack.
And gets the level up here finally. Ghoul simultaneously creeping once again. We saw that before already. Not quite gonna be level 2 for the DK here. He doesn't get that many creep steals. Foggy wants to creep up the expansion and then expand on the spot, I imagine. Seven ghouls for WFZ. That's quite a heavy commitment. Is he going Gargs again? Yes. Alright. Gargoyles one more time. Most likely with a counter expo. DK needs 1 more creep for the level up. Or 1 more archer. One thing that really hurt WFZ earlier was not having a Necro at the expansion. I think he's certainly going to change that this time around. Foggy, again, scouting for this counter expansion attempt. And we'll be seeing it early. Keeper's gonna get level 3 pretty quickly as well. Oh, DK's coming in with the skeletons. Foggy doesn't have a wisp at the expansion. Not listening to me. How many times have I cried out about this? Oh my god. I thought for a second he wasn't gonna cancel, and it would have been a true disaster. Yep, you always want to have 2 wisps next to the expo. And there's really no excuse for not having them. Plenty of wisps in the main that they could have brought. No counter expansion yet though. However, we do have 6 acolytes. But this is still the scouting acolyte from the beginning. Keeper's so close now to that level up. Is there still creeps here? I think there is, right? Yes, okay. Keeper's gonna get level 3 here, that's good. For Foggy.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tier 2 is done, right? It is. And Dryads again. No Alchemist yet. It's gonna be a little bit delayed, but we'll be ready here pretty soon. Oh, Wisp gets Novad. Foggy knows what's up. Is there a Sacrificial Skull? There certainly is. As well as a heal pot. That's a lot of ghouls. WFZ wants to make sure this expo will not be getting cancelled. 6 archers. And the Alch coming in. But it's really the Dryads that are the big threat to the ghouls. And they're still pretty far away. So, WFZ has to defend now. Keeper's low mana, by the way. Oh, the Nova. Oh, that's a big one. Again, no dust, however, by WFZ. But this looks like a pretty solid defense. So far. No more Rods of Necromancy. Also a little bit questionable. And yeah, suddenly there's not that many ghouls left, but there is a statue. Which has one more Nova. There it is. And WZ's holding on. Gets another archer kill. The Ziggurat finishes and that becomes a Nerub Tower. That's very important. One Nerub Tower can hold off against ridiculous amounts of archers. Ghoul survives the entangle. Oh, the Lich. Heal pot. And he's fine. Both Dryads now coming in. It's going to be more focus towards single targets. But it's only level 1 Lich. If he dies, it's not that bad. And the Lich does die, indeed. Their up tower now finished. Should be targeting the Dryad right away. Okay, lets her get away. Slight mistake there by WFZ, who is pretty broke right now. Reviving the Lich. No more Gargs. The second crypt is actually a waste. Like, he can't even make use of this crypt for quite a while. If he was to refine this build, he should skip the crypt. The second one. For a while. Once the expansion is saturated, you want that second crypt, of course. And once again, Foggy is looking for the Acolytes. There's no Acolyte at the expansion anymore. Oh my god, does it begin again? So, Foggy killing the Acolyte here before he had to TP out was actually a really big deal. Otherwise, there could be... Ooh, a Necro coming again. Acolyte makes it to the expansion. Does he set up a Necro? Did he learn? Yes, he did. Okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, he sends them around. And doesn't send them straight from the main. Ah, okay.
The town is under siege.
More Treants coming. More Entangles. One Dryad died. Second one barely makes it away, but another one dies over here. This game is not looking as good as the previous for Foggy as their previous game on Echo did. Foggy's still delaying the Acolytes nicely though. But I don't think he can cancel this Necro really. Nice entangle. That's a value entangle right there. Buys him a lot of gold. And another one. The Necro is finishing. The tower micro, not that good by WFZ. He could have killed at least one more Dryad right there. Oh, but the Acolyte survives. 4 health regen on Blight. Yes, please. That plus statues. And now, WZ is pretty rich. Can go into mass Garg production here if he wants. What's Foggy doing? We had a tier 3 transition from Foggy earlier, but only very, very late. I hope he doesn't go into Chims again. This game, that would be a bad idea. Yeah, this is already not looking good for Foggy. Undead on 2 bases, not having taken that much damage. Foggy's not going into upkeep. He's playing it patiently. He just used one of the heal scrolls he bought. That must have been a misclick. And tier 3 is coming in for WFZ. Foggy could have decided to go for a lot of glaives and try to all in this expansion. But he didn't. Levels now starting to look pretty good for WFZ. Lich getting closer to 3, DK getting closer to 4. Keeper is level 4. Alchemist close to 3 himself. WZ is not transitioning out of Gargs into Fiends. Going double Slaughterhouse. Oh, Alchemist in trouble. Has to go for the big invul. Going double Slaughterhouse, he probably wants to go into his A-bomb wagon style again. And in that case, Chims are very good. Heal scroll used. That's both heal scrolls gone from the Night Elf side. Oh, and the DK in trouble. Oh! Gets the hero kill before TPing out. That's the big one. Level 3 Alch falls. And Archer was killed as well. WFZ holding on nicely. And for Foggy, time is kind of beginning to run out. Alright, he's tier 3 now. But the Garg Harass squad has arrived. And they can one-shot Wisps. Night Elves thought that this meta was fortunately over, but it seems to be returning sometimes. This expansion is not that secure. It's only 2 towers here. Soon to be 3 towers now, I guess. WZ's turtling. Just harassing with the Gargs. Oh. Okay. Lucky not to lose a Gargoyle right there. Because he's coming in for the Creepjack. Going for the Keeper right away. This must be a TP first. Good positioning by Foggy with an unintentional block as well. But the Gargs will be arriving here in just a second. And here we go. And with that, the Dryads don't really want to stay in here any longer. 2-1 upgrades on the Dryads. Much better earlier upgrades by Foggy this time. That's nice. WFZ still on 50. Rich as all hell. And here we go. A-bombs beginning to come out. That's his style, I guess. Counter expo with Gargs into A-bombs wagons. And that's kind of cool, I guess. If there should be Chims, he has Gargs against them. And there will be Chims. Double Chim Roast. There we go. Keeper's going for a bit of a harassment mission. Can he kill that A-bomb? Nah, doesn't work. Takes too long. And more Gargs. Wouldn't the best style against this mass A-bomb be mass bears? Bears? Like, isn't bears, hippos always the best thing against undead? Am I missing something?
A player's forces are
Maybe I
under
am.
attack.
But I'm really not convinced that Dryads plus Chims are the answer. Oh, that's what Neutron told me about at WGL, that Dryads plus Chims was so good. And on 2 base versus 1, I agree. But 2 base versus 2 is a very different story. Pit Lord!
Town is under siege.
What does he have? Howl? Yeah. With Howl. Doesn't do much against the Dryads. Nice creep jack. The Shade, of course, saw the Night Elf army this whole time. And it's another kill for WFZ. Foggy has 78 supply. How many Chims does he have? Should be 4 in a moment, right? Yeah. 2 more makes it 4.
Forces are under attack.
Alchemist has to hard carry against these Gargs. With the acid bomb. Oh, oh, that's a big acid bomb. Whoa! He hit every single gargoyle. But the first Chim is dead right away. And the second Chim is forced out of the fight. And the A-bombs are just completely left untouched. Second Chim dead as well. Alright, Chims come back in, but the Gargs are ready. Oh my god. It's 2.5 volleys, and the Chim is dead. Yeah. Nope. This doesn't work. Foggy, this is not working. Keeper Colnova, he's about to die. Invul last second, but he could surround him here even. Or just follow him and kill him off with a coil. Or a Nova. Boom! Nova it is. WZ is losing some gargoyles, but that's totally fine. Still with plenty of A-bombs left, he should be able to take out this Tree of Life pretty easily. Pitlord's almost level 3 already. My god. Was the Pitlord against possible bears? Because against Riot Chims, it definitely doesn't make sense. But oh well. He could have played Firelord third. He still would have won this. Unusual army comps here from both these guys. No bears, no fiends. But WFZ seems to be coming out on top. Maybe for the cleave damage against the Dryads, is that the idea? Oh, we have some fake Chims now coming in with Wand of Illusion. And the real ones are surviving for a while. A-bombs no upgrades this time, by the way, so they do die kind of fast. But only one does die. GG from Foggy and the 1-0 lead for WFZ. Uh-oh. Foggy, is he starting to feel the pressure a little bit? Is he starting to taper off? This would be the worst time now in the lower bracket. But it's only one map. Foggy can still come back. And he's going to have the next map choice. And since this is WFZ, perhaps it's gonna be Terranos. Doesn't really seem like that should be very likely. Twisted Meadows instead. Okay. By many Night Elves, this is considered to be a bad Night Elf versus Undead map. A lot of Undeads like this map. Very tough early game for the Night Elf. And in the very, very late game, can be very good for Undead as well, with a triple hero. And this is not really known to be a great Keeper Expo map. Plus, the beginning of the game starts off with a dice roll. Does the Night Elf get Merc Camp spawn or not? If he doesn't, that is bad. That is very bad. Something has changed. WFZ, with his victory, it seems like he is feeling much more confident now. And for Foggy, it looks like the opposite. Are we gonna have the first 3 map series here today, or is it seriously gonna be the 5th 2-0? That's so unlikely. That never happens normally. But today, it's been all 2-0s so far. Let's hop into map 2. And for all the Foggy fans, we can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, because Foggy does get the spawn at the Merc Camp, which is very, very important. But he's not sending over a Wisp. Is he playing Huntress? Yeah, he is. Huh. Foggy's playing a Huntress build. Wow, that's so rare. This Wisp should just be for scouting. Over on WFZ side, we have a Ghoul build. Everything other than Keeper would be tremendously surprising. Alright, Keeper it is. Keeper hunts. Star-shaped, if you're here, I hope this makes you happy. Yeah, this is very rare nowadays to see. Normally, Night Elf always plays with expansions first. Or with, what am I saying? With Ancient of War Creep first. Skipping out on the first Ancient of War Creep is really painful. It's going to be very tough for this Keeper to level until he has, like, 5 hunts. That's when he can really start creeping. Outside of the green camps. Ghoul Scout by WFZ is gonna cost him effectively a lot of lumber, which is probably gonna get killed off by the Keeper right away. Okay, the Ancient of War is placed next to the Merc Camp. But he should be making hunts first, right? Must be entangle. Yes. Can the DK force a cancel the Ancient of War? I don't think so.
Players' forces are under
They're a little too far away. Wisp going out, that can only mean one thing. This must be expansion play. One kill right there for WFZ. Hunting down some wisps. Oh, and one wisp is just standing over here. Foggy wants to know when the ghouls move out to creep the warden camp. That's a very normal move behind this DK early aggression. There's only 4 ghouls. No more. And with only 4 ghouls, WFZ can really creep.
Forces are under attack.
So the tech comes in before the expo. But Foggy's gonna have the resources for this expansion in just a second. And it must be over here. Oh. Misclick from the DK. Doesn't get the next wisp, I think. He has 3 kills though. So, decent early wisp harass, but should be still fine for Foggy. Expansion is coming up now. And WZ must know the expansion is somewhere. But maybe he's fine with this. Maybe he wants to go for the counter expansion again. But he's got way fewer ghouls this time around to hold off against tier 2 pressure. In the first game on Echo, he had 7 ghouls. It's only 5 now. Plus, no Gargs, probably. Skeleton didn't quite see the expansion, but must expect it. Good Huntress usage here by Foggy, just tailing the DK, keeping him busy. Oh. Almost a surround there. And now WFZ is going for the creeps. With the Keeper coming in, this could be a TP forced by the DK, on the DK. I think so. Could let him die. Does let him die, okay. WFZ playing it completely differently now. Interesting. This also slows down the Lich. That's a little annoying. And here comes the Scout. Towards the Expo. Alchemist second once again. Foggy's not going too heavy on the hunts. He really shouldn't do that. They're not good late game units. Instead it should be time for Dryads. Doesn't have the lures coming up yet though. So, DK's back. Lich coming in after. Is it Sacrificial Skull time? Nope. No items at all. Oh, WFZ forgot about the ziggurat. That's a big one. That's gonna be delaying the statues by a long time. And with that, destroyers. DK only now getting level 2. This game is looking not that good for WFZ. Perhaps we're finally gonna get our first 2-1. Keeper now very close to level 3. Alchemist leveled up as well. The Lich comes out and the tier 3 is gonna be ready here pretty soon. WFZ could still try to counter expand. It's not necessarily too late, but it's getting pretty close. Foggy just creeping. Is it the classic Foggy? Expand into mass creep until you have to TP. It might be. And he's gonna get level 3 here. finally on his keeper. Was a slow start for him, of course, with no Ancient of War creep. What did he just sell? I'm not sure.
Players' forces are under attack.
Good items already on the Lich. Big item drop here as well. DK gets Ruined Braces, which are pretty awful. If Foggy ever focuses the heroes, that is a mistake to begin with. So this item should be useless. Oh wow. He's playing Hunts into Fairies. Now that is rare. And the second attack upgrade already? Oh, huh. Alright.
A player's forces are
Surprise, surprise. Suddenly Fairies. WFZ only 50 supply, going for a Tinker. Only 40 supply is what I wanted to say. Tinker third, okay. I think he's expecting Dryads. Oh, we don't have Dryads. There's no Ancient of War at the expansion, that's a little annoying. It's not going to be able to slow that down. This push down. Ghouls are coming out very late. WZ forgot about them for a long time. That's a bit of a mistake. TP. Not too aggressively. Going for the Pocket Factory immediately. Destroyer being morphed, but that means no statue on the ground at the moment. Berserker coming in here, mercenaries all being hired as much as possible. And no statue being here this entire time is a big problem. This is the Ziggurat delay. This is the macro mistake. Fine, the statue comes in for WFZ, but should have been up this entire time. The Pocket Factory really isn't doing much. Just getting sniped right away. And yeah, WFZ wasn't expecting these fairies. Finally, now he has the web. Mana potion on the DK, but still the Fiend falls. Can WFZ hold on against the mass air once again, as well as Happy did? That coin was a little bit too early, by the way. That was some healing wasted. And the Destroyer is about to fall. Looking good for Foggy. Entangle, another kill, but nice Dark Ritual as well. I think WC should go for the heroes, right? The TP was just forced. So there's no TP available to save the heroes. There is an invul. And there we go. Foggy holds again. Whew. That Destroyer almost died. DK is safe. Not enough damage here to force a TP on him. And WZ has to fall back. And now, against mass air, Tinker is truly bad. More upgrades coming in for the fairies. This should be 2-2. Yes. Very good that Foggy's able to get these upgrades rolling quickly. And is looking for a bit of a creep drag over here. Heroes, however, are not with the fairies just yet, so can't go in right now. Hilarious Flute. Big item. Big level up for the Lich as well to 3. DK is close to 4. That's an even bigger level up actually against mass fairies. And Foggy wants to fight. Oh, WZ very slow to react right there. Was probably macroing in the main. DK very hurt already. And Foggy's finding more and more kills. And that's the thing. If you don't micro like Happy, suddenly units do die pretty quickly. But Foggy's starting to run out of mana. Other hero levels don't do much without mana, but neither do Keeper plus Alchemist. Tinker is gonna die. Let's level up for the Alch. Level 4 already. Wow, it's actually super fast. But yeah, Foggy's completely dry. And the Lich and the Fiends keep on firing away. There's more web targets to go for. One more coil is there. Again, a little bit early of a coil. Could have maxed out the healing a little bit more. Oh, miss micro by WFZ. That may cost him the destroyer. We oftentimes see WFZ is spamming his control groups too much. He's not manually selecting his units enough. A feeling that I'm very familiar with, but on the very highest level, shouldn't be done too much. Oh, big reveal. There's 2 more kills for Foggy. 1 fiend, 2 fiends. I might be able to force the TP on the DK. Oop, oh my god. Why so close, WZ? Why? Manages to TP back here with the fiend still alive. But this was a good fight for Foggy. Recovering with the moon juice. Keeper close to 5. Clarity's in tow. Alchemist also with a staff. Also with a moon juice. Foggy once again sipping up those moon wells very willingly.
A player's forces are under attack.
Undead hero levels are starting to become scary though. Lich is gonna get level 4 here soon. But one of the undead heroes is the Tinker, who is really not that great, especially against fairies. Wow. That was a crazy scan. Did you guys see that? Did you see Foggy somewhere before that? That's crazy. An entangle, or rather an ensnare from the creeps, leads to 1 more fiend kill. And there is another one. Foggy seems to be in control of this game now. Finding more and more kills. And WFZ not quite able to do it the way Happy did. GG. And finally a 1-1. Finally a 3-map series today. Pretty tense now between WFZ and Foggy. Only one can make it into the second group stage. Who's it gonna be? Foggy or WFZ? Foggy got his map choice, got his map win on Twisted Meadows. Once again with an unusual build with the Keeper Hunts play into air, which is like so unusual. Seemed to catch WFZ off guard there. Didn't have web ready for the longest time. Went for a Tinker, which doesn't seem to make sense against mass air. But the next map is going to be WFZ's. What's going to be his choice? LR, possibly, if it's not vetoed. We saw that earlier though, and Foggy was victorious there with a Demon Hunter into expansion, into air. And the map is indeed going to be Last Refuge. Foggy. Is he going to do the same thing? And if he is, does WFZ change it up? WFZ has been switching back and forth between Ghoul build versus Happy build quite a lot. And now, a very important map for both of these guys. Yule Cup has a big prize pool. 4,000 for first place, 2,000, even more than that for second place. So You want to try to get far in this tournament. It's not going to be easy, of course. This is a tournament of the best of the best. Moon, TH, Infi, 120, Happy. Everyone's in here. Lin, Focus. Well, Moon, admittedly, is out. He lost in Group A in last place. So Foggy would be the first Night Elf to make it through. So far, we only have undeads and humans. 2 undeads, 3 humans. So the orcs and night elves still have something to make up for. A moment to breathe before the big lunge. What do you guys think? Is he going to go demon again? I almost want to say no. Because WFZ seems to be playing ghoul build again now. He seems to be moving away from the happy build. And the demon expansion isn't safe against the ghoul build if the undead plays aggressively. We'll find out in just a moment. Game 3 about to begin. So here we go. Map number 3. Foggy or WFZ. It can only be one. To make it out of Group C here. From the round of 16 to the round of 8. Who is going to be making the journey? And is going to have a chance at the big prize money. WFZ seems to be now convinced about his build. We saw the happy build from him earlier, but now he's back to the ghoul build instead. And as I said, this can be problematic for Foggy if he wants to go for the demon expansion again. This is what he did earlier, so does he have the right read or not? Is he willing to take this risk? If he plays Keeper, the expansion is safe, but the Keeper is going to be weak later. If he plays Demon, the expansion is not safe, but the Demon is stronger later. So, right off the bat, Foggy had to go for a big decision here. And he is going for the Demon Hunter. If Foggy is left alone, if he manages to set up his expansion early again, this is going to be the stronger choice. But there is a point of weakness in the strategy that WFZ could absolutely abuse. If WFZ just goes for creeping himself to begin with, for an early level 2, and then moves out with 5 to 7 ghouls, the expansion of the opponent must be getting cancelled. Should be getting cancelled. Earlier, WFZ lost his Scout Acolyte, which is also kind of a mistake. It's not just kind of a mistake, it is a mistake that can be pretty painful if you are unable to look for the expansion. This time he keeps the Acolyte alive, and that is a big deal. Acolyte should ideally be sent over here right now, so he can scout for expansions. DK is starting off with creeping with the ghouls at the High Priest, as it seems. Ah, okay. It's also cool Acolyte usage. Acolyte attacks the Forest Troll, so that one gets healed, so the High Priest dies quickly. Team Hunter's coming in for some mana burns. WZ could have baited us around right there with the Acolyte, but doesn't do it. I've criticized Foggy plenty of times in the past about his aggressive Demon Hunter play. In my opinion, this demon should basically always be played more passively, looking to creep, looking to level. No expansion yet. Foggy is not taking the risk. Whew. Close to being surrounded. But nice by Foggy that he brings in the Wisp here. Good heads up play. Was ready to detonate against skeletons, and with that would have gotten out of a surround. Compare the techs. Foggy is decently far ahead because WFZ moved out with 3 ghouls for creeping instead of 2 ghouls. That slows down the tech. Is it going to be Hunter's Hall? It should be Hunter's Hall. Normally it's always Hunter's Hall. Demon into Naga into Dryads. But Foggy in the past did play this Talon style sometimes. So here's the expansion now. Oh, and WSZ scouts it immediately. Wakes up the creeps. But they're not cooperating. WFZ should bring ghouls right now. With more ghouls, he could easily cancel this. You could also try with the Wand of Illusion and the Rock Golem. WZ was trying to hide from the demon, but he gets spotted again. Foggy in full defense mode right now. Oh, double crypt again. He may want to go counter expansion again. Naga second. And if it becomes 2 base versus 2 base with Gargs, not having a panda is a big problem for Foggy. But the first important thing here does work out for Foggy. The expansion is not cancelled. Will be coming through. But yeah, WFZ, that's exactly what he wants. Well, not the expansion coming up. I mean, him counter-expanding. Illusion will be scouting the main, will be seeing the winds. But Gargs are outstanding against Hippo Riders and Fairy Dragons. They are a little bit weaker than Hippogriffs, though. Scout Wisp coming in. WZ should certainly intercept this one. But I think Foggy has the read. He has seen WFZ trying to counter-expand plenty of times now. So you should expect this. Also Slaughterhouse. So again, isn't this second crypt way too early? Shouldn't this be delayed? Like, what is this second crypt doing? Not really anything. A single statue is a big help, so I like the early Slaughterhouse. But he hasn't even made a single Garg so far.
A player's forces are under attack.
WFZ is ready with the ghouls to defend. But he wants to fight with the Nerub Tower. The Nerub Tower is going to be a big help. What, does Foggy actually want to tower up here or something? That looks a little risky. Now Foggy once again sitting between the main and the expansion to prevent the Acolytes. But we have 4 Acolytes here already. I like that WFZ went for them earlier this time. Only level 1 mana burn. This Demon Hunter isn't really that strong. Oh, Ancient of War right into the creeps. Not really relevant now, but will be a little annoying later when he can't creep. Oh, and we have the first 2 Hippo Riders. But where are the Gargs? Okay, here's the first Garg. Oh no, here's the first Garg. we get a rare chance to see the cove with the headless man.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh. WZ saves that acolyte as well. And is aiming for the demon. Could have killed an archer there instead. Oh, it's a lot of damage on these hippo riders. Can he save it? That's close.
A town is under siege.
Foggy needs to transition. This mass air style doesn't work versus 2 base undead. He needs tier 3. Like, you have to go either super heavy with tier 1 pressure, glaives and archers and stuff, or you have to go tier 3. But the tier 2 is the worst thing you can do. $50 supply for WFZ. Not teching yet, but starting to get upgrades. Foggy. About 50 supply as well. Oh. One ghoul's gonna die. Towers coming up for WFZ, realizing that the run-by potential of the Hippo Riders is very strong. And we see it here. Ghouls are easy kills. Without Entangle, Acolytes are not that easy to kill. Unload. Very nice unload from the Hippo Riders. So the Gargs are completely outmatched. TP out by Foggy? Why? Couldn't he have fought right there? I guess with the ghouls coming in it was a little bit scary. But no Gargs died. This is good for WFZ. This is great for WFZ. Second Ancient of War? There is a cooldown on mount and unmount, so you can't just spam it like endlessly. Foggy's going for a Shredder, with that perhaps finally getting ready for the late game. But not teching yet, just more Hippogriffs. And more archers. WFZ with his own Shredder, wow. Undead Shredder, we don't see that every day. But I guess you can use it. Early Shade once again. Oh, but it gets revealed. Nice reveal by Foggy. Remembering that he saw earlier a Sacrificial Pit at the expansion. Gargoyles are a risky unit to go for. If they do win the air battle, they're pretty good. But if they lose, suddenly everything else falls. So normally we see undeads transitioning into something else. WFZ seems to be a big fan of the A-Bomb Meatwagon combo. But so far it's just Gargs. More and more Gargoyles. Oh, Sappers! Here comes one! And that takes out double Ziggurats. Oh, it's looking rough for WFZ. Nova to slow things down. Takes out one of the Hippogriffs. Takes out almost two. Not quite two. Double Heal Ward on the ground as well. Another Nova coming in. But Foggy is owning this fight right now. Uh-oh, WFZ. Not producing quickly enough. Too greedy. And not quickly enough also seeing the attack towards the expansion. Oh, that Sapper loss. That Shade loss. Perhaps should have told him more. Perhaps he should have expected this move to come in.
Forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
And that's Foggy killing the expansion. Out of nowhere! Huh. Dreadlord third. This was supposed to be a strong late game addition, but WFZ was banking on the late game a little bit too much. Dreadlord, Shredder, sitting in no upkeep for so long. A little bit too greedy. And Foggy punishes him for it. With units that aren't supposed to be really very strong timing push units in the Hippo Riders. But with a well-placed Zapper or two, Foggy makes it work. Hero's completely naked, by the way. Naga and Demon could certainly still be a target. And WFZ's not giving this up, obviously. Single shredder here. Doing his job. I wonder if Foggy's gonna miss that one later. Perhaps he will. Shade knows what's up. Scouting things out. Knowing where Foggy is. Still not tier 3 for Foggy.
Players' forces are under attack.
On 2 base versus 1 is of course looking good for Foggy, but this is no tier 3, only Hippo Riders. It's not a very good late game army, so I'm not counting out WFZ just yet.
The town is under siege.
But where to go from here? WZ would love to distract, would love to buy some time to get a new expansion up, but I don't know that that's going to be happening. It's going to be like the #1 thing that Foggy will be checking out.
Players' forces are under attack.
Another Shade dies. Foggy, he had a feeling. And it's looking pretty good for double European participation at the moment. Foggy certainly ahead in this game. Oh, in the main base. Is that perhaps where WFZ can look to take a fight? Foggy, is he committing in? Oh! Goes for the Scroll of Protection. It's not a big committal, it's just a small item. But no, Foggy doesn't want to dive in.
A player's forces are
Still no tech by Foggy, just going more upgrades. But he's going bear upgrades as well, so perhaps he's going to be transitioning. Okay, here we go, unload. The Naga dies. The Demon is stuck in the main. The Naga had the TP to get out. Oh no, Foggy! Oh, the Demon's gonna die. Perhaps all archers are gonna die. Okay. They're not all dead yet. But plenty of... Oh my god, Foggy. What was that?
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh boy, what a mistake. Foggy losing 30 supply, maybe more. Oh my god. He must be kicking himself after that one. All the Gogs are lost though. WFZ also down to 45 supply. Hero levels pretty scary now though. About to be 442. Finally can load up the archers again. That could have been worse. WFZ could have done a better job there, sniping the archers. Demon's bought back from the tavern. The Naga's coming back as well. Foggy, Foggy, Foggy. Why is WZ still going Gargs? He should have transitioned to Fiends a long time ago. Okay, Foggy was so far ahead. He could afford that one, I think. But the expansion is close to done now. Could still be cancelled. Foggy could still get the cancel with the Hippo Riders, and I think he will.
The town is under
if Foggy loses this game, man. This is gonna be such a painful loss. I'm not saying that he's losing the game, but he's certainly making it closer than we thought. Sapper again. Boom. Taking out one of the towers. Gargs are coming back in. Unload again. That makes the archers very vulnerable, though. Oh my god, no. Oh no, is it actually happening? Is it actually happening? Level 3 on the Dreadlord. Has to be Aura now, I guess. No, it's Sleep 2. Lich, under fire as well. Oh, I can't believe this is not a narrow tower. If this was a narrow tower, this would be an easy save on the Lich. Oh, Sapper again. He heals the Sapper with the heal scroll.
The player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Foggy. Oh my god. Oh, WFZ not protecting the Lich too well right there. Oh, Demon Hunter also super hurt, however. Could have been blocking in the Lich right there. TP out. Lich is gonna die. No way! No way! The last shot kills off the Lich. WZ has to Tavern revive the Lich right away. Foggy must know this. But the demon is too hurt to do anything right now.
A town is under siege.
Alright, smart by Foggy. Occupying the tavern. And a little too slow by WFZ. He didn't run towards the tavern immediately. Wisp coming in for the detonate. Foggy doesn't wanna throw this game away. This game was supposed to be his. Sapper again. This is number 4. Coiled and taken out. Demon's level 5 though. Very strong. And very tanky. Mass Archer unload again. The Dreadlord might be dying. Not having a narrow here is a big, big mistake by WFZ as well. It's all about controlling the demon. As long as he doesn't lose everything to the demon, WFZ should actually win this game, which is insane. Telestaff from the Dreadlord. Not staffing to the DK. There's another Sapper. Can you sleep Sappers, by the way? You should be able to. Sleep? Ah! Sleep on the Sapper. But I think he's still gonna detonate. Yep. Okay, one more tower taken out. Heal pod on the Dreadlord. Does that keep him safe? He's got an invul as well to use. DK is coming back from the main with a mana pot. Going for the heal. Not the damage on the Naga, which could have been effective as well. But there's a lot of mana potions now. Where's this Lich, by the way? Was still benched. Finally back now. Oh, the staff out on the Naga. The Demon Hunter still with plenty of damage. DK surrounded, blocked in by his own Dreadlord. Oh, Foggy. Oh, Foggy! Wait, is he dead? He can eat the Garg and then Nova him. Oh my god. Foggy with the GG. Oh, what an unfortunate event. That was tragic. Foggy with the unlosable game manages to lose. That feels bad. Foggy, he was supposed to get the win here, but WFZ grabs it and makes it through in Group C in 2nd place.